Today, you guys, is a pretty sad day. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. This is not the video that I thought I would be bringing to you guys today. Actually, not at all, not in any way, shape, or form. I was really excited for all the things that I had planned, and to be honest, literally nothing that I had planned came to fruition. And so I guess let me start off by saying thank you to EveryPlate for sponsoring today's video. I'm actually more grateful for them than I have ever been before, because I just kind of want to forget today. Like, I want to do what needs to get done, like the mom things. I want to cook my family like a quick and easy, delicious meal, and then I want the day to be over so that I can wake up tomorrow with a better attitude, because today sucks. Like, today sucks. Yesterday I ate my feelings. We ordered the Golden Chick out for dinner because I was not cooking, and Paul went and got Cold Stones, and I ate fried chicken and ice cream, and I ate my feelings. And so today I am going to put something nutritious in my body, and I'm going to let today be the last day that I feel the way that I feel, and then tomorrow we're all just gonna push through and we're gonna move on. But as far as EveryPlate is concerned, like, I know once I get into talking about what I want to talk about, it's going to consume me and I won't like be able to finish what I have to say, and not necessarily have to say it, because again, sponsorship or not, you know that I rely on EveryPlate all of the time. And I feel like right now our budgets are so tight after the holidays. I know for me this is our worst month. Like, if you are a creator, then you understand, or you know, maybe it's like this. I know even when I was in the restaurant business, January was literally the worst month of the year, because everyone was, you know, wallets were empty because they just spent all their money on Christmas. And then the only people that would come in would be like people who had gift cards, but that would be the only money that they had. So they would be able to pay for their meal, but they wouldn't be able to tip their server. So I used to make awful money in the month of January. I hated it. Like, Paul's hours got cut. He lost like 7-8 hours for the rest of this month each week because the restaurant's slow. Like, Daryl's noticing that he doesn't need to be there as much because he's slow. Like, everything's just slow right now because this is the worst time. And it's the same thing for YouTube. Our revenue for the month of January is awful. It's like a quarter of what we normally make, and that's like not an exaggeration. Like, that's why you guys probably will see a little bit of extra sponsored content this month, because that's how we need to supplement. It's just that way, but it's like that for all of us too. And so, like, this might be a great time to try a meal kit when they're offering $1.79 a meal, and then 20% off your next 2 boxes. So I mean, this is a great time to try a meal kit when our budget is so tight, and you get a chance to try something at a really discounted rate when we really need that to recoup anyways. And who knows, maybe you'll discover something that you love, like I love it, and then it's something that you may choose to reuse again. But I find that they're great for lunches. Like, I don't know if we're gonna have time today, I'm hoping, but one of the things that I ordered was a mushroom risotto, and that's one of my favorite things ever. Whenever my girlfriend Bonnie comes to visit me, she always makes me mushroom risotto because she makes a bomb risotto, but I love it. And so I wanted to make it for myself, and then I wanted to like meal prep the rest and freeze it for me so that I have it like to pull when I want meals. But like I said, in the very least, I'm using them for dinner tonight. So we'll chat more about them as the video, you know, goes on, but it's time for me to like deliver the news. I've held you off long enough, but you guys, I hate COVID. Like, it is what it is. Like, I literally hate it, and I know that so many people can feel me, because anything that I have ever had directly affects me due to COVID. I mean, Daryl lost a job, that he, originally went through training and all that stuff and was about to start a really good job. Our lives probably would have been really different had he had been able to take that job way back when. But then literally the day that he was supposed to like go in and do like all the finalization, get his new like schedule and position up, is the day that they shut the world down. So like those things have happened, and like trips have been canceled, and like things like that have been, directly affected by COVID. But I know people have their weddings, have had babies alone and surgeries alone. People have passed away. Like it is a lot. There's a lot more outside of these walls than just the news for myself. But it's, no matter what, at the end of the day, this is still like, this rocked our world because, COVID's bad right now. It's at its peak. We have never had counts this high in this state. My parents have never had counts this high in Long Island. Like, it's literally ridiculous, and you can't even go off the counts anymore that like people are reporting because there's so many home tests. People are taking home tests, they're coming up positive, and there is a little QR code for you to scan to let the CDC know. But how many people are just throwing the package away and saying, crap, I have COVID, and not going out? There's so many unreported cases. So even the numbers are even minimal. And if that's the case, and these are minimal numbers, the state of Texas is having 50,000 cases a day. My parents were having 80,000 cases a day. Like, it's literally ridiculous. And then now a whole bunch of my friends and family have it. My parents just went to go get tested just to make sure, because they have been exposed to someone. They're not symptomatic at the moment, and so they're okay, but they have been exposed to someone who has come up a positive. But literally all of the people that I would see when I would go home are positive right now. They're either positive or their family members are positive and they're in quarantine. Like, we would literally go home to see no one. And then, like I said, my parents were just directly exposed. And so that's an issue. Like, I could not willingly bring my family to get COVID. Like, we canceled a lot of trips last year, but that was like before we really knew, like we didn't travel, obviously, like most people did not, in the year of 2020. And in 2021, we did go for the summer for a little while, and we did take a few trips, like Madison's wedding and stuff like that. But at that point, we've all kind of realized it's not going anywhere, right? And so we're just kind of like rolling with the punches and being safe. You're wearing masks, you're sanitizing, you're doing all of that the best that you possibly can. But it's like right now we're at the peak of the worst that it's ever been, and I just could not willingly put my family on a plane and bring them to where I know they're probably going to get COVID. Like, we were going to get COVID. Like, that's just it. We were going to get it if we go. And I can't do that. We have done so well. Not one of us in this house have gotten COVID. I know the kids had the flu this, just a couple of weeks ago, but beyond that, we have kept COVID out of this house. And to get on a plane, to go through airports, to go when it's the worst it's ever been. I know we've all said, okay, we're going to just roll with the punches and be safe because this is the new normal now. But this is not normal the way that it is. And my mother is devastated. She decorates the house for Christmas, and her yard is beautifully done and her house is beautifully done. And she does that because she knows that the kids are going to enjoy it. Like, there's no way that they're going to be able to keep their Christmas tree up. My parents get a real tree, so by now, like, the needles are falling and they need to like get rid of that. And so we're going to do like a Christmas without a Christmas tree. It's just like, it's not like we're not going to go. We've just postponed our trip. But it's like, I mean, literally down to the littlest things. Like, yesterday I was numb when, like, I kept getting text messages like, my PCR came back, we're positive. My PCR came back, we're positive. And the text messages were just coming through. With every one, my heart just sunk a little bit more. And by like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was literally numb. Like, I crawled into my bed and I said, Daryl, I want like fried chicken and ice cream, and I'm gonna eat my feelings today, and we can watch a movie, and I'm not doing anything. Like, my heart was just broken. Like, everything that we have planned, we have structured around this trip. Like, stupid things down to like, Mason needs new sneakers. He's been using the same pair of sneakers since the beginning of school. I wanted to get him new sneakers, but both my mother-in-law and my mom got him shoes. So why was I gonna go buy shoes? Like, when he was gonna get 2 new pairs of shoes, he didn't need 3 new pairs of shoes. So we were like, okay, we're just gonna wait. Like, we'll just tough it out, and you can just ride out the old sneakers until we get to Grammy's house, and then you're gonna get like new shoes or whatever. And then like, now I'm gonna go and buy him sneakers because I can't make him wait until we go. Like, the kid needs new shoes. It's like one thing waiting like a week, it's another day to wait a month, you know? And so all of these things are so crazy. Like, there's definitely upsides to everything, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was supposed to go and like do dress shopping. I think I mentioned that to you guys. I'm in a wedding, and so while I was home, I was supposed to do like a dress fitting and all of that, and I was supposed to go with my girlfriend to watch her like try on dresses, but she's positive, and so like, I wouldn't be able to have done any of that anyways. And so at least now those are some of the things that can be rescheduled when I come in. So that's good, because if I just went in and then those people were sick, then I wouldn't have been able to see them, but I wouldn't have been able to do those things, and I wouldn't have been able to come back. So I guess like, we're trying to find the silver lining and everything, but it's just so sad. Like, my kids' hearts were so broken. And like, my mother-in-law, she sent all of her Christmas presents to my parents' house also. And I like wanted to mention this in a video before, but I've gotten like tons of crap over the years about like how crazy that my parents do Christmas, because I've shared some of the things before, but like, it's nobody's place to judge how somebody does a holiday. Like, my mom does it the way she does it because that's the way she does it. It was like that with my grandmother, and now it's like that with her, and you know, it's going to be like that with us, and it just is what it is. Everybody does things differently, but ironically, I kind of married into a family that does things exactly the same way. Like, my mother-in-law has been that since like the beginning of time. I met her one time, and then we were living in an apartment, and my mother-in-law sent like huge boxes of stuff for Christmas, and Daryl was like sitting on the floor pulling all the boxes out, all the presents out of the box, and he was like, Kira, 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 Daryl, Kira, Kira, Daryl, Kira, Kira. And he was like, geez, like, is there anything, like, did my mom remember me? And and it was hysterical, because I was very surprised, because I thought like it was just my mom and my family who were freaking crazy, and it's not. Like, ironically, his family is the same way too. And being that she lives in upstate New York, I told her not to mail her presents to Texas, because first of all, the mail delivery in the state is freaking crazy. We're the only state in the United States that doesn't accept overnight delivery. Explain to me why. I don't even know. But regardless, like, the delivery here is really, really bad. And it's also really expensive. For some reason, to send to Texas in and out is super, super expensive. And it was so much cheaper for her to send just downstate to Long Island and then have us like put it in a suitcase and check it than it would have been for her to mail it all the way to Texas. So we had her mail all of her presents there. So like, literally all of the presents from both the grandmothers are at my mom's house. So, you know, every kid like wants to go and have their Christmas at their grandparents' house, and literally double the Christmases are at my mom's right now, and the kids are just sad. They want to see my parents, and it's like, all I want to do is like hug my family. I miss my family and I want to hug them. Like, you know, I miss my brother. He's my only sibling. Like, we're at the age now where it doesn't feel like there's an age gap. We grew up 10 years apart, but there's no age gap now. So like, I miss them. But anyways, it's just shitty. I feel cranky about it, because it was a last minute decision. Like, Daryl and I sat there and stared at each other, and we were like, what do we do? Do we just go and like cross our fingers and hope that, you know, everybody in your house tests come back negative, and you know, or because if they are all negative, like in my parents' house, like we wouldn't have left the house anyways. So as long as they were all fine, we would have been fine. Well, I mean, of course you're going through the airport and everything, but I mean, that's going to be like that forever, no matter when you travel, or at least every time soon, you know, whatever. But we went back and forth for a while. Like, it was a very, very long, emotional day. And then on top of all of that, I spoke to you guys in the past before, and I've been saying it in every single one of my stinking lunch videos, that today, the Friday, like, this is the day we're supposed to be leaving. Like, I'm filming this on the day we're supposed to be leaving. That's why I said yesterday, Thursday, is the day we decided that we weren't going. That's when I ate my feelings or whatever. And today is the day that we're supposed to be flying to my mom's. Like, I don't even have food planned. Tomorrow's Daryl's birthday, and we were supposed to do this whole big dinner and cake thing and everything that we planned at my mom's. It was supposed to be our Christmas tomorrow and everything. Like, we had all of this stuff planned, and now I'm back to square one. Like, I have to do a small grocery order today because I don't have stuff to make cake or what he wants for his birthday or whatever. Like, it's just a pain in the butt. So I have to get stuff because I didn't plan for the next 5 days to be here. I shopped light. Like, just so many things have changed. All of my video content, because I planned on like doing a pack with me and then arriving there, and then a whole video of us being there, and then like flying home and unpack with me. Plus I was doing a New York grocery haul, so I had 4 videos coming out of my trip to New York, and now none of them are happening, at least not now. Like, we will go at the end of the month or the beginning of February, whatever, like when we pushed our flight back. But who even knows then? Like, who knows what will happen in a month? Like, if this continues to keep sky rising and it doesn't decline in any way, like, they may start shutting things down again, or stopping flights coming in and out, or, you know, like, I would hate to be stuck somewhere. Like, it's just, it's a lot. Like I said, I have cried more than I needed to cry for yesterday. Like, it was, I mean, I literally cried into my fried chicken and ice cream. Like, it was, those are my weaknesses, in case you want to know. So if you ever see like fried chicken or ice cream on Instagram, like in my stories or something, it means mom's having a rough day, because those are like my go-to comfort things. My heart is just, it's just sad. I want to sit and eat Christmas dinner, like, with my family. Like, we were going to do filet mignon, like the whole deal. I don't know. It's just, everything's just kind of like shifted. Oh, I was saying about Jake. So it was supposed to be his last day today. Today was supposed to be his last day, but because they screwed up his schedule and everything, and then found out that he was supposed to be past the STAR exam for U.S. History and Government, and we didn't know that, and nobody was able to find that in his old school, and then now here we are in the new school, and they say he's missing something in order to graduate. Jake needs to pass this U.S. History and Government STAR exam. If he doesn't pass, he does not graduate. Now, they didn't discover that he needed this until 11 weeks into his 18-week semester. So Jake did not get all of the material that he was supposed to know before taking this exam. Like, the exam was on chapters 1 through 12, and Jake came into the class like around chapter 7. They were able to catch him up on 6, but like, he still only got 6 through 12. So he still was missing the first like 5-6 chapters. And so any questions on the test that were from those, he obviously didn't know, and the teacher was out on maternity leave, and so the sub that was in there said she like couldn't help it because she didn't know the material. She's literally just a substitute teacher that's sitting in for the woman who's out right now on maternity leave. And so Jake's really been at a disadvantage, but today is his last day, and they still don't have the results from the STAR exam. The state's like testing sites are behind because people have COVID, they're quarantining, they're out, they don't have the staff to grade all the tests, and so Jake's test has not been graded yet. So he still has to go to school on Monday. We thought we were planning this trip and that he was gonna, only people who were going to miss school were Maya and Mason, but now Jake would be missing school too because he could not officially graduate today. Like today cannot be his last day. He would still do like cap and gown, like we'll still throw him a graduation party and we'll still like do all of that later on in the summertime. Like in May he'll still walk in graduation and we'll still do all the graduation-y things then, but this would be his last day and then he would officially like just walk in ceremony. Well, they don't know. So they have to start him in a class on Monday in remediation as if he's failed. This way he's already in the classes he would need to be in. If he passes, they'll just drop him and then he doesn't have to go to school anymore. But they have to like do preemptive preparation, and Jake still has to go to school on Monday. And he's gonna be getting lunch and going to school still because we still don't know what's going on. So you guys, this has been crazy, like absolute pure freaking craziness, okay? Like I don't even know what else to say. So I've kind of sat and chat with you guys enough. I feel like this video has been more of like a sit and chat, but we need to get some stuff done. This living room looks like a bomb hit it because Bruno ate 2 toys today. So there's literally fuzzies everywhere. There's pillows everywhere, and I haven't taken down my Christmas stuff yet, but I really need to take like these pillowcases off and get them washed and all of that. And like, so there's definitely some tidying to do. So I want to tidy up in here. And my lunch video is already up and all of that on YouTube. I just have to do like the back end stuff, like the thumbnail and everything. So I need to do that. And then I'm going to share with you the recipe that we're making for every plate. It's a pasta dish that we're doing tonight, and it's like an under 30 minutes. Everything is in my kit, fresh and ready to go, and I literally don't have to think about dinner. So we're gonna do a bag salad, that's sourdough bread that all I have to do is put in the oven from Costco, and then an every plate meal, which I think is fantastic. So let's start tidying up a little bit because this house needs it. And then I think, like I said, we're going to take today as light and easy as possible, and tomorrow is a whole new day, but I seriously have the right to be cranky, at least for the rest of today.
You'll never feel the way I feel. You don't know if my love is real. Baby, listen to me, here's the deal. When you're not here, I'm not the same. I'm needing a new chapter, babe. Been stuck here in a bed for days. I've been staring at the telephone, cause when you're gone, I miss your face. 8 o'clock, body talk. There's no need to bring it up. Nothing you say makes it better. Wrecking ball, tear apart. Issues left behind, restart. Nothing you say makes it better. Hey, bring it right back to me, baby. No, we've been here before. Give me the real this time. No cap, no lies. It's our encore. Bring it right back to me, baby. I know my heart wants more. Give me the good this time. No cap, no lies. It's our encore. I never wanna give you up. I know we've been through way too much, but I'm confident we'll make it through. I'm here for you. You're not by yourself. 8 o'clock, body talk. There's no need to bring it up. Nothing you say makes it better. Wrecking ball, tear apart. Issues left behind, restart. Nothing you say makes it better.
All right, you guys, so it has been much later since I have seen you last. I did get a couple of loads of laundry done, which was good, and then I pretty much got all of downstairs cleaned up before we had to take the kids for their second COVID shot. And so my dining room is pretty much cleaned up. Mason has to take the recyclables out for me because that's his job, but I got the dining room all put back together. My Christmas stuff is still up, like I said, but it is what it is. I was gonna leave it up until I got back from my mom's, but I guess I'll put it away this week now. But the living room is all cleaned up. the dogs got into something again, but you guys did see that I swept all of that and got everything tidy. I still have donations to get rid of, but otherwise all of downstairs is cleaned up. The kitchen is all cleaned up. I just did dishes, look, hand washed, dishwasher's running, like mom has been working. I also cooked something for well, I baked something. I did not cook it. I baked something super, super simple in a video you guys should have already seen. I'm not sure which one's coming out first, but you should have seen that one. I shared like 3 recipes in a video, and one of them was how to make little cookie cups. I haven't shared how to do this in like a really long time, but it's super simple. If you guys didn't watch that video, I'll link it for you. But once the cookie is still hot and you put it like in a cupcake tin, you like cook the cookies in a cupcake tin, and then while they're still cooling, you take like a shot glass or something and you push in the center, and then it cools like these little cups, and then you can fill it with like whatever filling that you want. So I mean, seriously, the options are endless. You can just leave them without filling and do like fresh fruit and whipped cream or whatever, but I had like leftover pineapple spread that I bought over the summertime from Trader Joe's, and so I just used that, and I topped it with a little bit of Cool Whip. So I'm gonna let my kids munch on these for dessert tonight. This is the mushroom and thyme risotto. I'm really hoping that I can get to cooking this tonight. I might like cook dinner and then go ahead and cook this before bed and just have it like meal prepped for me. Maybe it'll make 4 servings, so maybe I'll leave 2 in the fridge and then freeze 2, but my plan is to get to this. I really hope I do, especially because of the mushrooms. I want them to be as fresh as possible, so we'll see if we get to that. But this is the meal that we're cooking today. It is super, super simple, which is why I'm excited about it, because like I said, I'm really just not in the mood to do much of anything. I've already done more than I expected to do today, and that's because I'm just trying to keep my mind busy off of, you know, so that I'm distracted from where I should be. I would be like in the car right now with the driver driving to my mom, so I'm a little anxious right now, and I'm just trying to like keep my mind off of it. So this is the last of the sourdough bread we have from Costco. I'm gonna cook this up. I think I'm gonna do that unexpected cheddar salad from Trader Joe's, and then this is like what I said we're gonna make. This is a chicken sausage orzo like pilaf. It is a super, super quick. It says prep in 5 minutes and ready in 30. So I'm all about that, and truly that's just because you have to make sure that your pasta is cooked through. Otherwise, this looks like a super easy dish. We need some Roma tomatoes, some garlic, some yellow onion, some lemon. I have some chicken stock concentrate here, but if you're cooking this at home, you can recreate it with just regular chicken stock. We have some orzo here, which you guys know we love our orzo, some fresh Parmesan cheese, and then sweet Italian chicken sausage. That's it, and this is a 4-serving pasta, but this stuff swells up so much. Like this is almost a full pound of orzo. That's huge. Like this will make a big bowl, especially with bread and salad. This will be more than enough to feed our family of 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep this up. It does say the few extra things that we'll need, which is some butter, some salt, and some cooking oil, but most of the things that you need to cook are usually house staples that we all have at home, and then it's literally 6 easy instructions. Like you seriously cannot beat that. Look, you're gonna prep most of your veggies and you're gonna roast them on a roasting pan. Does it say that I need to get the oven heated? Yes, to 425 degrees. All right, I'm gonna preheat the oven. I'm going to go ahead and prep our veggies and stuff, and then I will share as we are going along.
To settle down, day nights and late nights don't get around, but there's something about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you, something about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie.
Alright, you guys, so on the stovetop, I got our sweet Italian sausage that I'm going to ground up. And then in our 425 degree oven, whoa, gotcha good and steamy there. We got our little garlic foil packet, and then we got our onion, our tomatoes, and our lemons roasting. So once this is done being ground up, we're going to add a little bit of butter and our orzo so we can kind of brown it, you know, the way that you would do that with rice-a-roni. And then we're going to add in our stock concentrate and 3 cups of water, and we're going to let that cook down. By the time that's done, what's in the stove will be done roasting, and we're just going to kind of add everything together with our Parmesan cheese. I'm going to start baking off our bread in a few minutes, and like I said, I'm going to put that salad together, and I cannot wait because I am literally starving, you guys. Alright, you guys, so our orzo and sausage is done. Listen to that sizzle. We got the tomatoes and onions and lemons are all roasted. And now we're about to squish that garlic that we put in this little pillow of love. And we're going to put all that squished garlic in this pasta. So I just added a half, which is a really good healthy pinch of the lemon zest. We're going to add half the cheese, and then we're going to add all of that garlic smushed into here. You're supposed to go ahead and mix all of these veggies, like the tomatoes, the onions, into the pasta, but not everybody is going to eat that. Like Mason's not a huge fan of tomatoes, neither is Paul. And so I'm just going to keep the roasted veggies on the side, and we can top it on our plates, but at least the bulk of this is done. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to smash this garlic. Let me set the camera up so you guys can watch what this garlic is going to look like coming out of this little tin foil. So I'm going to open it, and the oil is going to have made it so that, oh yeah, I'm going to show you what that's going to look like. Oh, you guys see that? Roasted garlic, you guys, is life. They tell you to discard the oil. Don't listen, okay? The oil is flavored now with all of that garlic, which is phenomenal. So I'm just going to go ahead now. I'm going to squish this pretty much in this tin foil. I'll mix this all together. Oh my gosh. The cheese is melting. The garlic is all in there and roasted, and everyone's going to get like a shell of the garlic. You're really just supposed to use more of like the pasty part that comes on the inside, but I love the chunk of garlic. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so good. Oh yeah. So there's extra Parmesan cheese, there's extra lemon zest, and so now you're supposed to garnish each plate with a pinch of that leftover Parmesan cheese, a pinch of lemon zest, and then you know, since it's 4 servings, you're supposed to put one of these like roasted lemon wedges like in with that, so you can put that over. That sounds divine, because lemons get so sweet when you roast them like that. And you got like the bite from the sausage and then the creaminess from the cheese. The last thing that we're going to do is just add in a little bit more butter. Oliver's over there like, yeah, baby, now we're talking. And so that's it. That butter is going to give it that last little like silkiness. And then now I'm just going to go ahead and plate this for everybody. We're all excited. It sounds so good. I'm so hungry. And this just has made the whole house smell divine. All right, you guys. So there is my plate. It looks so stinking yummy. So we have our garlicky lemon orzo pasta right here with all the roasted veggies, and I am going to squeeze that lemon over the top. And then there is the apple unexpected cheddar salad. That stuff is so delicious. And then the sourdough bread that is crisped to perfection with a little bit of butter on it. OMG, you guys, this plate looks so good. I'm so hungry. I am so diving in to eat this. All right, you guys, I am stuffed. That stuff was so good. This lemon was amazing. It was like caramelized, so it came out thick, like so thick, like sludge almost, but it was like concentrated lemon. It was so good. I couldn't even finish my salad, which I love so much, and I didn't finish my bread either, but somebody smelt the butter and swiped the bread off my plate, and I thought he was just gonna lick the butter, but no, he sure as heck is eating. He's eating bread. Do you know cats that eat bread and butter? Like, are you a jail cat? You eat bread and butter and stuff? Like, what is your deal? Absolutely ridiculous, guy. You are ridiculous. Well, you guys, I think I kind of held it together until I put the kids to bed, and then it really kind of sunk in a little bit, because I feel like I should be tucking them in with my mom and not by myself today. And I feel like they were supposed to be really excited about going to sleep tonight, because then tomorrow they would be waking up to another Christmas morning. And sometimes it's really nostalgic to watch my kids come down the same set of stairs that I did to see the Christmas tree as a little kid. And so today, this was kind of the icing on the cake, tucking them in, because I just wanted something different for this weekend. Moving here has been very strange, because when we lived in South Carolina, we were just a drive away. So it felt, it's not the same. I still wouldn't have gone if I was a drive away, you know, but it's not necessarily the same that you have to like wait for flights and what works. You just pick a day and you go. Obviously, being structured to flying is a lot different than just kind of getting in the car and going. And so, all right, I'm gonna go do my night routine. I didn't even think I was going to, but I've been seeing such a difference with this night haven cream that I just don't want to not do it. So I'm gonna go brush my teeth and wash my face, put my creams on. You can tell like I'm liking something if I'm making it a ritual, because I've never had any kind of like skin routine or hair routine or anything. But I'm gonna go pull myself together, and I'm so sorry that you guys have witnessed me all day, like just like somber and a mess. But I'm just, I don't know, I feel like sometimes talking to you guys is like venting to one of my friends on the phone, and you guys don't realize sometimes the kind of therapy that you are for me. So I really appreciate you guys watching today's video. Please make sure that you click that link in the description box and check out Every Plate. Like I said, this is just like a time of year when we really just could use something that is affordable but healthy and cost effective and fresh. And I feel like all their recipes are so good. Like, I wasn't sure if the kids were gonna like that, but they ate it up. And Daryl loves anything lemon, so when he came home, he said it was so good, and Paul enjoyed it. I didn't see Jake. He bumped his toe, like stubbed his toe the other day while he was riding his bike, and his like toe swelled up, and he's been a little uncomfortable, so he was up in his room till pretty late just elevating his foot. So I don't even know if he ever came down to eat dinner. So I don't know how he felt, but I know that we all really enjoyed it. And you guys know me. You guys, if you've been following me, you know I swear by Every Plate. And I think that I may vlog tomorrow because it's Daryl's birthday, and I want to clean out the refrigerator and like get everything like ready to go, because if I'm not going to my mom's, then I'm gonna go to Costco. I was supposed to go to Costco this week, but I wasn't gonna do like any kind of bulk shopping. Sorry, the cat wanted to leave the bathroom. I didn't want to do any bulk shopping, obviously, if you weren't going to be here. And I was just going to come home to a grocery Walmart pickup and then do Costco next week. But I'll I'll probably go to Costco now earlier in the week. I have my goddaughter's Sweet 16 that I'm making those little charcuterie cups for. And so I have like a bunch of stuff that I have to get. So it might be better to get it like from Costco instead of Walmart or whatever. But I don't want to do any more grocery shopping until I like clean out the fridge and stuff. And I actually really should stop right now and place a grocery pickup order for the morning time so that I can get all the stuff that I need for Daryl for like whatever he wants. Like I didn't plan anything for birthday dinner or anything. Like I keep asking what he wants. And he's like, oh, it's not a big deal, but it's not the same. Like the little kids want to give birthday cards and presents and do cake and stuff. It's even more for them. And so I don't know, I need to pull all of that together. So I may vlog tomorrow. That might be good for me because sometimes if the camera's not on, then I'll just sit and cry. Like for whatever, not even about this. Like if I'm just in a bad headspace, then if I don't have something to distract me, then like I get lost in my own head and I hate my own thoughts. So I think it would be better for me if I could just have something to distract me. So if I do that, then I'll make that mushroom risotto and I'll share that with you then because I didn't get a chance to make it today. But either way, you guys go support EveryPlate and me and click that link in the description box. I don't get like a kickback from that or anything, but I know that you guys will appreciate that if you click on that link because I love EveryPlate and you guys know that. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna go put my sad butt to bed after I finish my night routine, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching today's video. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.